Hello you guys, what's up? How you been doing? Today I'm here to talk about the survival horror genre and how this genre is so relevant in nowadays as 2026. To begin with, we are in March. Last month, Resident Evil Requiem was released, and in a matter of 5 days, the game's just sold 5 million of copies, a new record. But the thing is that I want to talk about you guys. I was thinking about 2013 and 12. Do you guys remember that year when Resident Evil 6 was released and Dead Space 3 was released? Yeah, those games. Yeah, I know. But hold on. I got something to tell y'all. So both of them came with co-op, and they were poorly received by critics and fans alike. And you know the story. You can search. You can Google it. You see all the reviews, all the backlash that came upon those games. But Resident Evil, in a matter of, I think, 5 years, managed to kind of reboot the entire franchise, like we saw in Resident Evil 7, with Ethan, the Baker family, all that stuff that happened. And after that, we got the RE2 remake, the 3 remake that, yeah, we know that was... It could have been better, but I don't know what happened with that game. And then we have Village, which was, for me, I love that game. Many people don't, but I do. And Resident Evil 4 remake, which is for me the top notch of all of the remakes out there. And now we have Requiem. But when it comes to Dead Space, I feel like, what happened? What EA think about the franchise? Like, Resident Evil is as so much popular as Dead Space is. You know, Dead Space fanbase, it's huge. It's heartfelt. It's unbelievable. I'm a fan. I love Dead Space since the first one that came out in 2008. So the thing is, EA kinda revived Dead Space. I don't know if it was because of the Callisto Protocol, the Glenn Schofield on Krafton's project. That it was promising, but I played the game. I finished 2 times, but Dead Space was kind of revived in 2023, the same year that Resident Evil 4 remake was released. Yeah, do you guys remember that year? It was awesome. Do you guys remember? Yeah, but the game was awesome, so good, so well produced. The company that made the remake, the Motive Studios, they kept releasing videos about the production of the game, and fans talking to the production team, and they're listening to the fans, which is a thing that EA doesn't do that anymore. But that's okay. The remake came out. It was well received by fans and critics alike. Unlike Dead Space 3. That's why I kept wondering how much a game need to sell to prove to EA that the game is worthy to keep on for the company. I mean, it's unbelievable. I know Dead Space will never reach a Resident Evil status, but it can reach as second place as the Resident Evil 2.0, which is Dead Space is. It's like, it's Dead Space on space. Glenn Schofield said that in an interview a while back, from the first game, that he said that But it's true. Dead Space has the F potential to be the Resident Evil on space, the franchise that we grew up so much to love as we do. And EA seems not to care about that. Resident Evil 7 took, I think, 1 year to sell 2 million copies or 7 million copies. These numbers to EA are irrelevant. They don't care about those numbers. If Resident Evil was created by EA, I'm sad to tell you guys, but the franchise was already over. Just like as Dead Space. The franchise, as today, 2026, is shelved. No new titles, no news, no nothing. And Resident Evil is where? Where? Just sold 5 million copies in 5 days. I think there's a big difference between EA and Capcom. Capcom learned to hear their fans. Back then they were like EA, I think, kind of. But nowadays they learned how to hear their fans and what they want, because we are consumers. We paid for their product. So we deserve the best. Don't you agree? But EA seems to go to another path, to microtransactions. You need to pay to get something. Anthem, the was closed. The servers of the game was closed, and so I don't know what happened. I really hope in the future that I can. It's my biggest dream that EA sells the Dead Space rights to another company or whatever, because I don't see much of future of my beloved Dead Space. So yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to put it out, to say of my favorite franchises of the survival horror world, which is Dead Space and Resident Evil. I know Resident Evil influenced Dead Space in some kind of way, but yeah, I love those games. So one is on the and another seems to be forgotten. I don't know what could be happening to this franchise anymore. It's sad. I know, it's kind of sad.